Hello, welcome back to the... I almost said the basement yard.
Welcome back to the basement yard. Frank.
That awful...
Their intro
That's
music is
intro.
so loud.
That's
That's my biggest fear when I edit is like that the music is gonna be too loud.
Your music is always perfect. But no,
Thanks.
hello, welcome back to my aunt's attic. I'm off the Pamperin.
You're like off of it, like you're not using it, or
Yep, I quit cold turkey. Mostly because I ran out and I haven't gone back to the store. Can't be bothered. But it's a problem.
yeah, I said this last week.
No, it's a problem that I'm no longer on it. Dude, I'm so tired.
I can feel it. Your energy
I'm
is.
so...
It's not
I'm
as good
so
when you're
tired.
on. As when you're on drugs. I prefer you when you're on drugs. I'm just kidding.
I
That's
think
not true.
everyone would prefer me when I'm on drugs. I'm so tired, it's not even funny.
Get you some Pamp.
I got yelled at. Not yelled at. Yes, yelled at. By several people. That's bad for you. You shouldn't be doing that. It's gonna destroy your kidneys and liver. I told my mom, I'm like,
Is that true though?
I don't know. But I'm like, let them die. I want sleep. Oh
Well-
my god.
This was a bad idea.
Cookie. Chewing the cookie. We got a cookie monster.
What do you think is worse? The long-term effects of not getting adequate sleep or the long-term effects of regular Pamperin use? It might even out.
Maybe. You know what? We're gonna do an experiment.
Let's use your own life as an
I'm
experiment.
gonna use my own life because I can't do this. I'm deliriously tired. Yes, it's my fault. I did stay up till 2 reading, but it was a very good book. And the fact is, Pamperin allows me to check out. There's no getting around checking out with Pamperin. Because once it hits fully, my brain shuts down. It does not give me an option but to go to sleep. If I'm not on the Pamperin, then for some reason my body fights against me and it's just like, no, I can stay up, I can finish this, I can do it. And then I'm miserable. And then, not only that, I finish the book around like 1 o'clock in the morning or something. And then I go to bed and I lay there for another hour. Because my mind will not shut up. That's why I like Pamperin. Because it forces me to shut down. And I can't do that for like an hour on my own. I just lay there awake thinking. And it's just, I'm tired. I'm tired. I can no longer fight dinosaurs. And I'm really upset about that.
Do you sleep just in silence? Or do you like have a sound machine? Or do you like listen to anything to go to sleep?
No.
Nothing? You just lay there in silence?
It's never silent.
Like this?
I have tinnitus, so it's never silent.
Oh.
It's pretty miserable, actually. But I don't like noise at night, either.
Intrigue.
So, I'm in a bit of a pickle. And I don't like it. So what's new with you?
I think I'm in support of the Pamp for you.
I think I am, too.
I know I said it was a problem last week, but
Yeah.
if it ain't broke...
I'll just break it and then fix it with something else.
Don't ever come to me if you have like a serious drug problem. I'll be like, hey, if it works for you. If cocaine makes you more productive, then do cocaine, whatever.
Cocaine.
Cocaine.
I would love to have you on my intervention.
Intervention.
Intervention from the cocaine.
I would be the only one there. Well, I was going to say I would be the only one there that would be in support of you using drugs, but I might be the only one there. Just in general.
I have uno friend.
No, I'm just kidding. There'd be people there. But I'd be like, I don't think it's that bad.
You know what? The problem is, I hate going to the store. I hate it. I detest it with every fiber of my being.
Can you DoorDash Pamperin?
Oh, can I Amazon even?
Amazon
I
it?
still have to go out. Because I don't get anything delivered here.
Like to the door, you mean?
Yeah, because the whole apartment complex with it being gated, it's just an issue. And so I get it delivered to my aunt and uncle's house, which means even if I got it on Amazon or something, I would still have to leave my house to get it.
Do you want to order something to my place and I can bring it to you when I come here?
Yeah, but that would be like a week away rather than like getting off my ass and actually just going and picking it up.
But will you?
Yeah, because I should have ordered it because I got pumpkin sauce coming today at my aunt and uncle's.
Pumpkin sauce?
Yeah, so Starbucks has their their pumpkin cold foam chai latte, and it's a problem. It's a problem.
I've never had that.
I had it for the first time the other day, and I've had it like 3 times since. It's a problem. And so I'm like, I'm trying to save money for a house, as you know. And so I'm like,
Starbucks is expensive.
it is so expensive. I'm like, I have to find some kind of at-home version of this. And so I got online, and I read all the reviews.
It'll
and
never
people
be
were
the
like,
same, though.
But a lot of people commented that this sauce that I bought is similar to what they use at Starbucks. So, I'm going to try it. I now have found a chai that I make at home that I like. It's not the same as Starbucks, but it's good enough that I can get away with not getting Starbucks anymore. So I'm gonna try it. Don't hate on my sauce.
Not hating.
Don't doubt my sauce. You're
Okay.
you're a doubter.
I just feel like it's never the same as like when you get it
Well,
at the
of course
place.
not. It's just a matter of accepting the difference.
I guess.
Your facial expressions.
My therapist was laughing at me 2 days ago because she was talking and I was just like, I was making faces.
I thought I was expressive. It's all over your face too.
Yeah, but
Have you
I
noticed
can
that,
hide
though?
it.
You can hide it pretty well.
Yeah.
I cannot. Even the small, like, my face is so obnoxiously expressive. Even, like, the smallest little thing comes across times 10. What did my mom
Maybe.
say?
But I don't read people well either, so.
Every time my mom is on FaceTime with me, she's like, "How am a pretty girl?" And then I do, like, double chin and, like, and she's like, "Not when you do that." Thanks, Mom.
Thanks.
Thanks so much.
The only Starbucks drink I've ever had is that one that you had me try.
What was that?
It was a pistachio.
The pistachio latte.
Yeah,
I was hardcore addicted to that.
I remember.
And then when it came back, I got it, and it wasn't very good. I think
Is it like a Dunkin' Donuts situation where it really depends on who's making it kind of thing?
No, because I think I got it twice, and I was disappointed twice. I think I hyped it up. Like, I loved it when I first got it, and then when it was gone, I hyped it up so much in my mind after that when it came back, maybe it was different. Maybe they rebranded. I don't know, but it was a little different, and I didn't like it as much. Which is fine, because I no longer have wasted my life's spendings on that. Like, I don't know what that meant.
Your life spendings?
I don't.
Your life savings?
I need to go to bed. Yep. It was a very good book, though.
I fell asleep at like 9:30 last night and I woke up at 8.
Why are you gonna rub at my face? You're a dick.
But I don't know that it I don't know that it did me any good.
That's like, it just
I still feel lousy.
without
I probably
my
got too much.
pampering, the sleep just doesn't hold. It doesn't take into the cells or something. I don't know. I just don't feel well rested. I mean, I only did get like 4 or 5 hours of sleep, but after having my 8 to 10 hours, it just I gotta get me some pampering.
I've been like nervous every time I come over that you're just gonna be like knocked out on Pampering and you're not gonna answer the door.
Well, the door's open, so who cares? You'll find me.
Imagine. I walk in.
That's the one problem with you being my only regular visitor. You're probably going to be the one to find my corpse.
No! Don't do that to me. I have such a fear of finding corpses. Like this one time, I think I've told this story. Maybe to you.
Tell it
but
again.
This one time I had to bring my dogs to the sitters. Or not to the sitters, but there's a woman who watches them when we go away. And my mom had texted her the night before, like just making sure. Oh my god, what the heck?
Sorry. My heart
is the weirdest sound you've ever made.
No, my heart did the stutter thing. It makes my lungs shrivel. Continue.
You okay?
I'm good.
Okay. My mom texted her the night before making sure everything was good, but she didn't text back. And then the morning of, we texted her again, and she didn't text back.
Oh god.
And I went up to the door to, like, bring the dogs to her house because, like, we had to leave. And I'm, like, knocking on the door, and I was just like, oh my god. I'm gonna walk in, and she's gonna be dead. But she wasn't. She was just sleeping.
Well, the sleep of the dead. I have really weird paranoias of, like, somebody calling me up and be like, your entire family was murdered. Or like going to visit my family on a holiday and walking into my entire family being butchered in the kitchen. Like who thinks like that? That's such over the top paranoia.
No, I get it. I do weird stuff like that.
That's just not okay.
I get creeped out in the dark. Like, if I'm walking around my house in the dark, I'm like, I'm gonna turn the corner and someone's gonna be there.
I don't get scared of the dark, but I do get like weird feelings sometimes that I think I should probably. Do you hear that? Did you hear that?
Little bubble.
No, I kind of just get like weird atmosphere feelings that like there's something weird about tonight. I should double check my doors.
I always feel like I should trust my instinct, but also I have intrusive thoughts. I'm like, is this my instinct? Instinct. Is this my instinct?
Stink, stank, stunk.
Is this my instinct or is it like an intrusive thought? I can't tell.
You know what? I'm like a hypochondriac. I'm so paranoid, but I'm a lazy hypochondriac and paranoid and everything because I'm like the other night when I was real sick, I'm like, I think I'm actually actively having a heart attack. Guess I'll die. Instead of doing something about it.
I would be too embarrassed to like admit that I thought I was having a heart attack, honestly.
I'm not. No, I felt like it. But no, the other night. No, I keep saying it was last night. I'm lying in bed awake because I can't sleep. And I see out of the corner of my eye, my curtains are like kind of half pulled over my windows, not fully closed. And it looked like something was passing by my window. And I was thinking, well, the Ding Dong Ditchers are gone. They got busted, so like that's not it. Maybe it's a new creepo. I don't know what's happening. But as I'm like looking out of the corner of my eye and I thought I saw something, I'm like, I don't care. I don't care. And then I was like, I didn't lock my door. I forgot to lock. I don't care. You know, I'm like, let them come in and butcher me. I don't care.
I have to check.
Yeah? I'm so lazy.
Even if I know that I locked the door and I'm like, but did I? I have to go check it.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like I always see those videos of people who like had an intruder and someone died or anything, and they're like, it was the one time I forgot to lock the door. Every night I lock the door, the one time I forget. Da, da, da. So I always feel like it's gonna be the one time that I don't do it. Whatever it is.
That just makes me think there's always been a creeper out there, and he's just like every night checks the door and waits for it to be unlocked.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's creepy.
But I don't know. I'm like, I don't care. I don't care enough to do anything about it. I'm like, oh, there's something out there. I'm gonna just fall asleep, so I'm not paying attention to it. But then I can't fall asleep. So I just lay there and I'm like, just get it over with.
I can't believe you just lay there in silence. Well,
in ringing silence.
In outer silence.
Yeah. It is honestly the most annoying thing in the entire world. The constant ringing in my head. There are some nights when it has been so obnoxiously loud that I'm like trying to put my pillows over my ears, but it's obviously in my head, so it doesn't work. It's one of those things that it can drive a person mad.
Mm-hmm.
And it has, actually. There's a lot of times when people are like it comes about newly from an injury or something, it's driven people to the brink of suicide. And
the same thing with LASIK eye surgery. Have you heard about that?
Pardon me? What? I've been considering it. Say what now?
Some people get LASIK and like the pain they experience after is so chronic and so intense, and like you said, like it comes about, you know, like at a point, like they haven't always had it, so it comes about, and yeah, a lot of people have killed themselves because of LASIK.
I did not know that.
Look it up.
I would rather not. I'm just going to try to take your word for it and then not get it. My eyesight is horrendous.
Really?
Horrendous. As in, like, take off my glasses, my hand is blurry.
No way!
And it's literally nothing but colors. There's no detail to be found anywhere.
Can you see, like, close up? Or?
I mean, like, if I'm reading or something, let me show you. It has to be this close. And of course, This doesn't come across on podcast, but like this writing right here, which is not entirely awfully small or anything. It's bigger than probably a book or anything. But no, it has to be, what is this? Maybe 6 inches from my face. And then when it finally is, it's blurry. Now it's clear. It's blurry. That's clear.
If something is 6 inches, that's when it's blurry for me.
So you're farsighted.
A little bit.
You see better far. I'm nearsighted, as in nearsighted. I can only see things
Like-
really close to me.
Okay, I'll show you when my hand gets blurry. Now.
Okay, so
It's a little blurry.
your blurry is about as close as my clear.
Great, let's just combine.
Balance things out. No, so I remember, I think 7th grade. 7th grade was the last time I could get away with not wearing glasses, but even then I was squinting so hard to be able to see the board. And after that, it was like, no. And I can't see anything now.
Wow.
I had to circumvent my eye doctor because I don't have eye insurance. And I'm like, my prescription has been the same, though, for so long.
Really?
Yeah. Like, it's gotten progressively worse, but over the last couple years, it's kind of plateaued out at negative. Is it minus or negative? 3.5.
Minus, I think.
Minus 3.5.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah. So I've kind of plateaued at that, and so I had to circumvent going to the eye doctor because, like, my prescription is say I don't want to spend almost $100 to get the exact same thing. I know my contacts. I know my prescription. Just let me buy my contacts. I don't need to. You need to have your annual eye. No, I don't. No, don't. Leave me alone. But anyway.
It's the same thing with the dermatologist, too. Like,
Never
if you
been
want to
there.
get re-prescribed something after however many, you have
Yeah,
so many
yeah.
refills, and then you have to go back and have them look over you again, even though they're going to give you the same thing. It's so stupid.
Yeah. Well, that's why I'm not on my antidepressants anymore. Because I don't go to the doctor, because I don't have insurance, so I can't get my prescription renewed. This is healthy. I'm doing so good.
America!
I'm doing so good. But, plump up.
Pump up the jam. Pump it up.
That was Mary Grace's intro song today. Was Pump Up the Jam. And that beat is so catchy.
Pump up the jam. Pump it up. When you shower and you shampoo, do you face the shower head or do you turn away from it?
A little bit of both.
You switch it up?
Yeah.
Word.
Well, the thing is, I usually face toward the shower head, but then I remember the way I wash my hair, I think kind of sprays shampoo everywhere. And so when I clean my shower and I see, like, soap scum all across the back of and I'm like, so I turn around and then I try to let it catch in the water more so it's not spraying all over the shower and get soap scum everywhere. This is so thrilling.
I face away
Face away
from the
what?
water. So the
From
water's
the
hitting
water.
my back.
Okay. Well,
But
you have
it's
short
not.
enough hair where it's not getting caught up in your hair and, like, washing out before you're done.
Well, I'm totally out of the water.
Okay. How big is your shower?
Not, but I point it down really hard. The shower head, I mean.
90 degrees.
Yeah.
Where did that come from?
I like to be able to, I don't know, I just feel like asking. I like to be able to, like, be completely out of the water.
I like having it run over half of me. Do you pee in the shower?
No! I think that's so bad and so gross, and
Why?
it's... I
Liar.
don't know! No, I'm not a
Liar.
liar! I think it's so gross! You're not supposed to do it because when you hear water, then you'll associate it, and then you'll have to pee.
No.
Yeah,
No.
science. Look it up.
Bet. No. Wait, who's here?
Think about it. No way.
No way. Do I have a person here?
Why? We both go, no way.
Hi.
I hope I didn't frighten the young lady when I pull up behind her.
No, she's fine. She's fine. Thanks.
Who is that guy?
That is, I don't want to say his name. I don't want to put him on here
Oh.
if he doesn't want to be on
Well,
here.
who is he to you?
He's a church member. He does a lot of the groundskeeping
He's
here.
cute.
He's like 80 years old.
No, but he's like adorable.
Oh, okay, that kind of cute. Did you hear what he said?
Yeah.
I hope I didn't frighten the young lady when I pulled up behind her.
You didn't frighten me. I was frightened because I didn't know if you were like knocked out on the pamp, and so I was like, oh my god, Danielle. Oh my god, open the gate. There's someone behind me. And then he came out of his car, and I was like, ah!
It's so funny. So for context, because I don't think anybody realizes what we're talking about. So my apartment complex is gated. There is a code to get in, but we're not allowed to give it out to everybody. So usually I have the groundskeepers, they have a button in their house, and I just text them usually to open the gate. But they're going through some stuff, so I wanted to leave them alone this week. So Mary Grace texted me, told me that she was here, but the gate was closed, so I had to drive up, and I have a little clicker thing. But then as I'm driving up, the gate opens, and I'm like, wait a second, I didn't do that. So I circled back around, and then I saw him coming behind you. Yeah, awkward.
It was a little awkward, but it's okay. He was very nice.
He is very nice. He's a sweet gentleman.
I just felt bad. I didn't want him, like, waiting behind me if you were knocked down on the Pam.
I'll get there eventually. But yeah, he does the groundskeeping, so now the mowing's
How was
started
he
up.
mowing? It just rained.
Yeah. Are we gonna have to switch our days? This is
I
like the
don't
only day that
know.
we can.
I know.
This is the only day that really works. So I guess people are just gonna have to put up with the whirring.
I was driving here and I was like, oh, it just rained, so he's not going to be mowing today.
Well, because there's so much of the grounds, they have to like mow 3 days in a row to get it all done.
Yikes.
So I guess this is when they've decided to do it. When he starts coming around my front yard, we're gonna have to pause because it gets really loud.
Really?
Yeah, he's right outside, isn't he? Because we need that. Sorry, folks.
We'll
We're
cut it out. We'll cut it
professionals. Well, this is a professional studio, don't you know?
You should just pad all the walls with that padding. Boom.
I will get right on that with all my money to spare.
No, I think if we got like little personal mics, that we probably wouldn't be able to hear it.
Do you like those little mini mics?
Yeah.
You like?
Well, I don't like the way people use them on the internet.
I hate that.
Like, clip it like all the way down here, please. So
Thank
I'm holding
you.
it right here so I can hear every.
Yes.
It pisses me off, bro.
It drives me insane, and I know I went off before. Sorry.
That came out of the side of your mouth like you were a cartoon. You literally like it just came out of one half. It was like out of the side.
That's so gross.
That was such a cartoony little belch.
I'm sorry. I need to stop having my tea when we're.
Who cares, bro?
It's gross. Nobody needs to hear that. What was I saying? I don't know. Oh, something about
The
the
personal
mics.
mics you already went off.
Oh yeah, I did. I went off on chaotic energy because it just drives me crazy. The ones on the headphones, they like put it in their mouth. I'm like, it's literally designed to hang down by the side of your face. You don't have to put it in front of your face because all you're doing is picking up air.
And I don't know why people trust themselves to hold it at the same distance for the whole time.
Yeah.
You can't. If you're like talking and you're engaged in the conversation, like you're moving your hands around, it's gonna be inconsistent.
Yeah. And I've heard people argue saying like, oh, but if you move and it catches on your clothes, are you moving so exuberantly
Don't.
that like that it's just all? No, you're not. Like we're having a conversation right now, and I haven't, but we barely moved. Like you're not moving to the point where I'm so annoyed.
Pump up the jam.
Full on dance party with it. But no, it drives like they're specifically designed to pick up noise from like different directions. So clip
Yeah.
on your shirt. Like, has anybody ever watched a talk show? They're like clipped on their ties and stuff. Like,
Yeah, like they're so far away from their face, like you don't even like see it.
this is not something I need to get upset about.
Well,
I just need.
and I think a one-off little like brush of your hair on the mic is way less annoying than every single consonant
Oh my god.
blowing into the mic.
It drives.
People,
me.
stop holding your lav mics. Oh my god,
Yeah.
I'm gonna kill you.
It's aggressive.
I'm going to.
I just hunt you down. But yeah, no, that drives me crazy as well. Maybe we should get personal. We do.
We should. I wish
Was
there
this
was.
English? I don't know.
I wish there was one that came with 3. They only have them come with 2. But we don't really have guests, so
When does your sister just decide?
she doesn't exist anymore.
No.
No. Well, she's in school now. Cause that's a thing. I forgot about.
She in high school?
She's a senior.
Kudos to her. Cool stuff. You know what I don't get?
Go ahead.
The fascination with high school graduation.
I don't get the fascination with. Okay, maybe it's because I didn't like go to school my senior year. But what's the hype?
Congratulations on doing the most basic of expectations.
Do you know that? I don't know if this is at all schools, but at my sister's school, they don't have to take finals in their senior year because they've like already been picked. They've already picked their colleges and they've already been accepted. So
Well, I
don't
know
have to
they
take
say like
finals.
junior year is technically your most
What?
important.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I didn't, or did I? I don't know if we ever had finals in Ohio. We didn't really do finals, or like the Regency test or whatever it is.
Like state
the
testing.
We did state testing. We had the Ohio graduation test.
Wait,
It was
did you
so-
guys do Shirley English?
What the frick is that?
Ah, dang it!
What?
Shirley English. It was
You
this,
keep saying it. I'm not gonna know what it is.
It was this method to learning sentence structure and different kinds of words and stuff, and they had like songs and jingles, and it was like you would do the same. It was repetition. So you would look at a sentence and you would pick out what kind of word each word was. So you'd find like,
Adjective, verb,
the noun, the verb, yeah. And then you would identify what kind of sentence it was, and you'd split it in half from the subject and the predicate. But it was like there was a little jingle that went along with it and you would do it every single time.
Yeah. No. I
It
mean,
was so fun.
we
and-
learned that stuff, but never with the whole.
You do
method.
it the same way. You'd be like, find the subject. Like, it was the same thing every time. But I don't remember how the sentence part went, but I remember at the end, if it was a period, you go, period, statement, declarative sentence, go back to the verb and divide the complete subject from the complete predicate. And there was one that had every single object of the preposition in the English dictionary. You go, or not object, just a preposition. Preposition, starting with an A, and then you would list every single one that started with an A.
About, above, across, after. Along,
Yeah,
along,
that! You know that?
I know that.
Oh my god! I only remember the B's. But I don't remember any
About,
of
above, across, after, along, among, around, up, before, beside, between, against, within, without, beneath, and through, during, under, in, and to, over, of, up to, towards, up, on, near, for, from, except, by, with, behind, below, and down.
Yeah, but ours had a different tune.
Well, I actually did it in class. It was so embarrassing. It was 6th grade when we learned that. And I was like, well, you can also do it to, like, the St. C theme song, our school theme song. About, above, across, after, along, among, around, at, before, beside, between, against, within, without, beneath, through, during, and now I forget it. But yeah, no, I know that. You know what's really sad?
What?
I sing that song every few months. I sing that song.
I can't remember all of them.
You know what I
just
also
remember the
sing? The president song.
You guys had a president song. We had a
We-
president rap.
We had a president song in choir. We performed this in front of people.
Did you guys do first last or just last name?
No, it's sometimes it was Washington and Adams, Jefferson and Madison, James Monroe and Adams J.Q., Jackson Van Buren, William Henry Harrison, Tyler Polk and Taylor and Fillmore, Pierce Buchanan and Abraham Lincoln, Andrew. No, I'm losing it.
We have
Andrew
a
Johnson
rap.
and Grant and Hayes, Garfield, Arthur and Cleveland Harrison, Cleveland again and McKinley, Theodore Roosevelt, Taft and Wilson, Harding Coolidge,
That's really
Roosevelt,
complicated.
Truman Eisenhower and Kennedy, Lyndon Johnson and Nixon, Ford and Carter and Reagan and Bush and Clinton, W. Bush, Barack Obama, Trump, Biden. And no, when we sang it in school, it
Mine ended
went up
in
to Obama.
Trump. Mine, ours was the year that Trump was elected. I think.
Yeah, ours was just Obama.
That's really complicated. We had like a quote unquote rap, but it was just we just said them in kind of a beat. Washington, Adams, Jefferson, Madison, Monroe, like that. Like it wasn't a rap, but we just said
Yeah,
them.
ours was
But
like. Well, my thing is, so when we were in ASL, I don't know what we were doing. We were talking about like the presidents and some of their accomplishments or something.
Mhm.
And then one of the questions was the something like the 14th president. So I started singing that song in
Mhm.
my head, but the problem is because of some of them have the full name, some of them have, and I'm like, wait, is that a first name, a last name? What is this? They all
Yeah.
ran together, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know where I'm at. So I had to start at Lincoln, and then I had to go forward and backward from there. I'm confusing
I
myself.
have mine locked down. I've never forgotten it. I say it all the time to impress people.
Sorry, had tea. Can you do the alphabet backwards?
No! Can you?
Yes.
I can probably get to U.
Z, Y, X, W, V, U, T, S, R, Q, P, O, N, M, L, K, J, I, H, G, F, E, D, C, E, B, A.
Ah, that's so...
We had to do that kind of thing for choir. Can you do the rhythm, the arm rhythm thing? We need to start filming this because
Oh,
it's
the
not gonna cut
triangle?
the triangle.
Nope, you've done it before, haven't you? Oh, that's not fair!
There's another pattern to it that I can't do. There's like a third pattern that you throw into it or something. Yep. Nope, we had to do that for show choir.
I can't do that.
It's very fun. There are other
special skills.
Yeah. I was trying to think there's other like little it sounds creepy, but like chants or rhymes or like little hand clappy things.
Do you know other like states?
No.
Did you guys have a state song?
No.
Me neither.
Did you have a
No.
continent?
I don't
song?
know them now.
North America, South America, shoop shoop, dee dee, shoop. Europe, Asia, Africa too, Australia, Antarctica, woohoo!
Yo, that's fire! We didn't have that. I need that.
Shoop shoop, dee dee.
Shoot, shoot.
Did you have to learn all like the capitals?
Yes, I was just thinking about this. So we had to learn the location, obviously the spelling of the state, the capital, and then the abbreviation of all of them.
Brutal.
I got guess what? 100. Yeah, boy. But I was just thinking about the ways that I would remember the capitals. And like Lincoln, Nebraska. Like Lincoln's the capital of Nebraska. And I thought of Abraham Lincoln with a bra on. Nebraska.
Oh my god.
I had to do whatever it took.
Whatever it took.
Nebraska.
I just remember Trenton, New Jersey. Yeah.
Going to Trenton, New Jersey, Frankfort, Kentucky.
Albany, New York.
Then I'll take a trip to
Tallahassee.
Jackson, Mississippi. Let's see what they can show me. Jefferson City, Missouri. Santa Fe, New Mexico. Boise. What?
Boise, Idaho.
Idaho. Did you have to do ever like a project on a president? You had to pick one. Or a state? Or a country? Or both? Or all three?
Country. You know what? Kind of mad that I left my project with the teacher because a lot of people would like donate their projects at the end of the year just to show classes afterward. And mine was sick, bruh. It was
What country?
Guatemala.
Nice.
I only did Guatemala because when I was in Destination Imagination, we went to Globals and you trade pins with other countries. And we traded so many times with Guatemala. So I had a crap ton of pins from Guatemala that
That's
I put
sick.
in my project. And they were really cute. They were all handmade and everything. So, I mean, they're like cute pins. But, so I did Guatemala, did the whole thing. My project, I made like a big ass passport. I made it look like a passport, and then each of the pages where like you would put stamps and stuff, I put information on it. And like the first page of it was like my actual passport. Like I blew up.
That's sick.
Like
What
I
the
made like
heck?
a blow up version of my own personal passport, had my picture in it, and that was like my name, you know, the title and everything. Yeah, but then each page had like the passport looking thing and had all the information on it. And then for the timeline, I went all out for this freaking timeline. Instead of it just being like a strip of paper, I had it where it folded, not folded, but slid in on itself. And so it was all layered up together, and then you would slide it out.
Whoa!
And it
what?
ended up being like stretching across the entire room, and people went mad over it.
God
because
bless.
the amount of work I put into that because there was like the little, I wanted to say carabiners, that's not the right word, but little like tabs that you can put through and then fold over, kind of like on a manila envelope.
Oh, those little golden ones?
Yeah. I had that, and then I had to cut slits in all these cardboard or these like poster boards, and I put them all together, and then one slid out from the other, and it was freaking cool. It was, oh my god.
What grade were you in?
It was my freshman
Oh, okay.
freshman year, I want to say. I don't know.
That's lit.
My teacher was a character. Her notes were just her talking,
Yuck.
and you never knew what was actually necessary.
I'm having that right now for my women and gender studies class.
But
I'm
she would
having the
throw
same
things.
thing.
She would say random things, and she's like, "Put that down." One time she said, "Diamonds are a girl's best friend. Write that down."
No!
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And she was so so expressive and everything, and she was so adamant about everything being so important, and she would just say the random thing, "Write that down." And then anytime you would answer a question, she would give you a point, and so everyone's like fighting to get like. So it was a wild class. Fun though.
Nice.
I love history, so it made it better.
When I was in, okay, so I think you know this. When I was, the summer of after my 3rd grade year, summer of 69, my family moved to Indiana. Do you know that?
Yeah.
And then we moved back after a couple years. But anyway, I was there for,
Indiana got the mashed potatoes.
yes, exactly. I was there for 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th grade. So in 5th grade, we each had to pick a state and like do a poster board and have a table, and like we did like an event where every like families would come and you'd have like table set up with your poster board and like little trinkets and things about your state.
That's so excessive.
It was excessive, and we had to do the following year with the country. But anyway, so
Country I can
obviously,
get behind, but states not so much.
obviously, like I was gonna pick New York, right? Like everybody knew us from New York, so obviously I was gonna pick New York, right?
Which little jackwagon stole
This
from
little
you?
jackwagon stole New York from me. Okay, fine. I picked Massachusetts because I have family that lived there. The following year, I'm Italian. Obviously, I'm going to pick Italy. Everyone knows I'm Italian. It's like my only other personality trait. The same weasel took Italy, too! The same weasel. Oh my god! I had to pick. Guess what I picked? I didn't know any other countries. I picked Iceland. I don't know anything about Iceland. I still don't.
Cool.
It sucks.
Iceland's cool.
It sucks.
You know what? So my family is also Italian, and we had to do projects on the Holocaust, and we had to choose like important figures within that time period. I chose
No.
What?
Who?
I chose Benito Mussolini
I was gonna guess that.
because he was known as the Italian Hitler.
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah, so that's why I chose.
I knew you were gonna say
This-
that. That was on. Like I was gonna
Yeah.
say that if you made me guess.
Yep.
Wow, that's fire.
Yeah.
Here's a cutie, little Benny.
Yeah, was he your favorite dictator?
Who's
your favorite
You're my
dictator?
favorite dictator.
Thank you very much. Oh my god. No, but there's stupid reasons why we choose things. There's always like,
But bro, they were literally my only 2 personality traits that I had.
are you sure about that?
Yes. And he took both of them
He loved
because
you.
we
He wanted to
did.
be
We
closer to
pulled
you.
like popsicle sticks,
Mhm.
and he went before me every single time, and I was just like,
Oh.
oh my god.
No, you know what I remember? 2nd grade, my teacher was retiring, and so we got all of her stuff basically in her room. She like auctioned off all of this stuff.
Whoa.
And so she would go around the classroom and everyone would get to pick one thing, and then she would keep just going around until everything was gone. And when she got to her bin of stuffed animals, everybody in that class knew I wanted the pig.
No.
I still to this day I know exactly who it is. I could tear him to shreds. He took my pig. I was so upset.
That's so. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Why would
I don't think
anyone do that?
he knew. I don't because we didn't hang out in the same social circles or anything. So I don't think he realized that I wanted the pigs so bad, but like all my friends did and everything. But when it got to him, he didn't actually care. That was the frustrating thing. He just chose one because it was his turn to choose something, and
He just picked random.
He just picked a random thing, and it just happened to be mine. And to this, I could kill him. I could kill him. I want that pig.
That sucks. Do you ever do like Yankee Swap or I don't know, White Elephant or whatever at Christmas?
We've tried to do that. It didn't work very well.
Why not?
Because I told everybody, like I organized it, and I told everybody, make it be a joke. Don't let it be serious.
Yeah, you have
This
to
isn't-
get gag gifts so that
Yeah.
everybody is okay with whatever they get.
Exactly. And it was supposed to have like a cap limit on it and everything. It was supposed to be a joke, good, funny stuff. A lot of people did follow that, but then there was like a handful of girls that brought in these extravagant gift baskets, and I'm like,
Ugh.
this just took the fun out of it. Like, okay,
Yeah, 'cause
nice.
it's
I
not
opened
fair.
Yeah, because then I'm open. I'm like, okay, I got a nice gift back. There's nothing to talk about here. There's nothing to laugh about. There's no inside joke. There's
Well,
nothing
you either have
personal.
to do like everything is just like a very basic, useful thing that like anybody could use, like I don't know, like a candle or something, or it has to be funny.
I got as mine. I still think it was funny. I got him a shower squeegee and poopery.
Exactly.
And I thought that was brilliant. And then somebody else, one of our friends, he made a bunch of, it was an ongoing joke in our entire friend group, like a big jar of wooden nickels.
What?
And it was hilarious. Everyone was fighting over this jar of nickels, these
That's
wooden
so
nickels.
stupid.
It was just funny though because like you'd be walking through your house if we, because the group of friends would get together at different places. And you'd get together like 3 weeks later at the same place, and then all of a sudden you're finding wooden nickels in hidden places. It was so fun. But, and then my cousin got a cactus. No, I think it was going to my cousin. Somebody else got a cactus. Was it Angela? It doesn't matter. Someone got a cactus. They were fighting over that as well.
This one year, my cousin, who is absolutely hilarious, wrapped and brought his senior photo, like framed, like from his house. Like he took it off of his wall, of the wall of his mom's house, wrapped it and put it in the Yankee Swap or the White Elephant, whatever you call it. And my mom wanted it so bad. Just because she loves him, like she wanted to take it from my aunt, and it was like my aunt's, like it was hanging in her house, and she was like, "Give this back to me." My mom wanted it. I think she was about to take it home, but then my aunt was like,
No.
wasn't that like hanging on my wall?"
I love it. My dad would always come into my aunt and uncle's house and put down the pictures of my one cousin, David. Just tip him over, just so his face down. Or he would turn them over so they're upside down. Just to mess with him every time. Oh, it's the simple things in life. I love it. Time for bed?
Good night.
Yeah. What are we at?
43 minutes.
Damn it.
It's okay. We can do a shorter episode if you want to go to bed. Did you watch?
I did watch it. It was so good.
Tell me everything.
We're talking about A Quiet Place 2. I finally watched it.
Spoilers.
Yeah. I loved it. It was so good. Me and my friend Natalie were watching it in my room. And the one part where, I don't know her name. The girl.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. She is reaching into
I don't know her name either.
Yeah, they don't really
They
say
don't
it.
talk. That's the whole
But she's
point.
reaching into she's in the train, and she's reaching to get the first aid kit.
Mhm.
And the door is stuck, and she reaches and reaches. When the corpse fell over, when I say I almost fell off the bed, and I pushed my mattress out from the headboard because I spasmed so bad that I pushed it down and pushed it. Yeah, almost hit my friend in the face. She was dying laughing at me. That was hilarious. It's not a scary movie, but it's like that thriller anticipation, that jump scare sometimes. So good though. Are they making a third one? They left it in a way that they can make a third.
I don't know. I haven't heard anything about it.
They should.
They should.
so
They're
good.
so good. Didn't you think? I like the first one is amazing, but I think the second one's even better. Okay.
I think they were so good in their
I just
way.
feel like the second one had more plot to it. There was just more of everything.
I definitely, I think I was more on the edge of my seat with this one
Mm-hmm.
because I knew that they've hiccup, sorry.
Oh.
Because I knew that they had figured out how to kind of defeat the aliens. I don't know what to say,
Mm-hmm.
but they knew what their weakness was. And so knowing that and then having it be like, when is it going to happen? When are they going to do it? When are they going to start fighting back kind of thing? And that's why I'm hoping there's a third, because now that they know that there's other people, that they can, they have a system, that there's support, they can actually start fighting back in the third one. So I want a third one.
Yeah.
Really bad.
The scene with I don't know what you call it. The little door to that little room.
The hatch.
The hatch. Oh my god. The edge of my seat.
Well, I was annoyed with the kid using up all the oxygen.
Yeah. But also he was gonna die.
Well, not that. He when did he use it? He put it on the baby, and I don't think he realized that the tank was so low, and he didn't look. And he's just like, he was using it unnecessarily at one point, and it was driving me crazy. But then also, when he accidentally locked himself in,
Mm-hmm.
that's, and I'm like, oh my god! But then when the mom came back, and they were in there, and they were using the oxygen for themselves, and I'm like, you can crack the door. The baby is currently not crying. You can crack the door and stop using the tank.
I haven't seen it in a while, so I have to watch it again.
They were in there and they were all sharing the oxygen tank rather than just cracking the door. I'm like, the alien's not there, and even if he was, you're silent. You're fine. Open the door. It was driving me nuts. It drove me nuts. But when the kid in the foot, in the hat, in the
Woo! The bear trap.
the bear trap,
Crazy.
and he wouldn't stop screaming. What are you doing?
Bro, he was in pain. Leave
I-
him alone.
Be in pain and silence. I don't know. Shut up. And mom was like seriously like ready to strangle him.
I know, it's just covering his mouth, bro.
But he just kept screaming. I'm like,
I might have knocked him out, actually.
I probably would have too.
It's a good, because you know when, this is totally unrelated. If you're like, someone is drowning, if you're in the water with someone and they start to like drown and they start to pull you down too, you're supposed to literally knock them out.
Yeah. You gotta do what you gotta do.
I hope I get that opportunity someday.
What is wrong
I'm
with
just
you?
kidding. But you know how you can punch a shark in the face and it'll leave you
You're
alone?
not actually supposed to do that.
Really?
You're supposed to redirect it.
Hmm.
Yeah, you grab its nose and then you just redirect it. I mean, that's if the thing is going slow enough.
How are they fast in the water?
They move their tails.
Thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Have you seen Soul Surfer?
I have.
I love that movie.
You know what was I was really excited for that movie. I read the book. So I was really excited for the movie, and then when I saw
Disappointment?
Huh?
Disappointment?
No, not disappointed, but just like Carrie Underwood is in it.
Yeah, I can't take Carrie Underwood seriously.
She is not an actress.
No.
Nope. So it kind of just, it did take me out of the movie for a second. I was like, wow, that was really awkward.
Yeah, I like watching movies where I don't really know the actors.
Yeah, it makes it more able to get into it. That's why I loved, I think, Stranger Things so much, because they were all,
Like, no.
you know, other than some of them were on Broadway. But that's not a thing that we need to worry about. But, nope, didn't know Maya Hawke was Ethan Hawke's daughter.
Ethan Hawke?
Apparently neither did you, which is fine.
Who's Ethan Hawke?
Very well-known actor. Have you ever seen Dead Poets Society?
Probably not. No.
No? Okay. He was when he was just a fetus, he was in that. Can't tell you anything else that he was in, but he's a very well-known actor. He's older now. But yeah, Maya Hawke and Uma Thurman popped out a baby. It happened to be Maya Hawke. And
I
there was-
know this information, but I don't know these people.
Gotcha.
I know Uma Thurman.
But yeah, there was a whole thing about like nepotism baby. How do you feel about nepotism babies?
Whatever.
Same. Well, that's the thing. Like,
I can't care about everything.
I can't care about everything, I'm just gonna care about nothing. But no, like the whole nepotism baby thing, I'm like, as long as they can do the role and as long as they're actually good, nepotism it up.
Yeah, whatever.
I mean, that's kind of the whole point. I mean, even in everyday life, the whole point is networking. It's who you know. It's getting your name out there. And if you happen to get your name out there with your own parents and make it easy, great.
But if you just plain suck, then obviously, like, that's annoying.
Yeah, if you're
Because
just
you don't
getting-
deserve it.
Yeah, if you're getting a role and you actually don't fit the part and you're just getting it just because of the name, that's a problem. But, like, I know with Adam Sandler, there were a lot of people questioning whether or not his new movie with his daughters in it, if it was, like, a nepotism thing and, like, not giving any new actors the opportunity. I'm like, it's his movie with his daughters about him and his daughters. Why not let his daughters
Yeah, who
do
would
it?
be better?
And apparently they were very good in it. So I'm like, obviously it was, like, people need to just get a life if they really think that that's a problem. It's like, you really have nothing else to be concerned about that you're going to be worried about nepotism. Like, your own family has nepotism in it. You're going to put your own kids above everyone else. Like, that's what you do. Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
People are annoying.
I agree.
I saw a TikTok that were just like, what are some things that you've just grown to hate over the years? And it's just like, when people do this and when people do that. Maybe it's just people. I think it's just people.
Just the
Yeah.
things that people do.
I need to shave my legs.
Same. I've been looking at this little stubbly knee.
Do you have dark hair or light hair?
Dark, bro. Sorry, I'm not Miss Blondie like you are.
I have dark hair. What are you talking about? You can see it all right there.
I don't want to have this competition. I shave my knuckles too.
Dude, bro, same.
But you shave your arms. Or you have.
I have to shave my arms because when I was a kid, I shaved my arms, and when it grew back, it's true that it
No,
grows back.
it's not that it's thicker, it's that the tip of the hair, when it grows, you know.
It
I'm
grows
not gonna
like
explain it to you.
different. It grows rather than it laying flat like it's supposed
It has a
to.
blunt edge.
Well, not that. It sticks up in weird directions.
Oh, really? Well, it's because like when a hair grows naturally, it has like the tip
Angled.
tapers.
Yeah.
So when you shave it, it's a blunt edge, and so obviously like you can see it more.
Well, that, but like also it doesn't lay the same way.
Interesting.
And so when my hair grew back, I tried to let my arm hair grow back, and then it came out like, I don't know. It was not okay. And so now I have to keep it shaved because it's really embarrassing. You know what's I tried.
Mine is not. I don't think mine.
See, yours lays
Whatever.
flat.
Yeah.
Yours is totally. Mine would not lay flat. It was like. It grew really long and it grew all over the place. And it was so frustrating. It got to the point where I was actually blow dry.
No. Get a
I
perm.
tried to blow dry my hair follicles down.
Do a brow lamination, but on your arms,
A what?
like an eyebrow lamination.
I don't know what that is.
It's like a perm, but for your brows, but it's supposed to make them lay in a certain way and not move. So they apply like whatever cream or whatever, and then they put brush strokes so that they'll lay.
Is this like a daily thing or
No, you have it done one time, and then it lasts for however many weeks or whatever.
But I'd have to let it grow out. And the in between stage. Do you know how weird it is?
No, I've never shaved my arms.
Yeah, don't ever do it. Don't ever do it.
Never.
That's what I get for being a stupid kid.
Yeah. Have you ever had just like one really long hair? Like in a random place? Because I get one that comes out of my neck and it's like white and it just forever. And I don't even notice it.
I found one on my back.
Was it like white?
It was.
Mine are like ghostly. Like they're so
That was
thin.
it was so thin. I didn't notice it for obviously long enough for
Yeah.
it to get wicked long. And then I was washing and I caught on it and it twinged my back. I'm like, what the heck? And so I started scratching and then I found it and I'm like, holy frick! It was so
It's kind
long.
of addicting. Like I kind of wish it would happen more often.
But I'm not joking. I wish it would grow. It doesn't grow back. I
I
plucked
have-
it one time and now it's not. And I'm like, come back.
You've only had it one time in your life?
One time in my life.
Oh
It
my
was
god,
not
I've
one.
had it like probably 5 times.
No, it
Just
was
in random places.
I'm not joking. I'm looking for it now, and it hasn't grown back.
I'm looking for it now.
It hasn't grown back, and I wish it would. It was so satisfying when I pulled it out.
When I was a kid, I had one really long, like, eyebrow hair that I didn't notice because it was kind of laying with the rest of them. And then one day it caught my eye that I had one that was, like, that long.
There was a guy in my hometown who would purposely brush out his eyebrows, like straight,
Like,
out, like
three-dimensional.
straight up. Yes, as in like
Yikes.
his side profile was just nothing but eyebrows.
that's so scary.
He did it on purpose.
Why is it when you get older, your eyebrow hairs don't fall out? They just grow forever.
What?
Like, my grandma, well, I guess both of my grandmas, their eyebrows just grow forever. And so my grandma one time, like, her eyebrow hairs were, like, so long that they were connecting with the hair on her head.
What?
Yeah. I don't know what it is, but when you get older, you're...
Well,
They just
I know that, like,
don't
people
fall
always
out.
used to say your hair continues to grow when you die, and it's not that. It's
That's
just
not
that
true. Your skin
shrinkles.
shrinks. Yeah.
And
And
it
your
looks like
nails.
it elongates. Yeah.
Gross.
Um,
No, just, I don't know. When you get old, you've seen old people with their eyebrows are so long.
I mean, I knew the guy with the poof eyebrows, but he did it on purpose. So I'm like, other than that, I don't know.
I don't know. Your nose grows forever and your ears grow forever.
I cut my hair.
You cut your hair?
I bought one of those trimmer tools.
You told me this last week.
Did I?
Or 2 weeks ago.
Well, I mean, I cut off like probably 2 or 3 inches.
Really?
Just
I
by-
can't even tell. It's so long.
Is it? No, it used to be. It used to be probably down here.
Wow.
It used to be down below my boobs. Now they're over my boobs.
Have you always had long hair?
I mean, it had to grow.
No, but like growing up, like when you were a kid, did you have long hair?
I had long hair when I was a kid, and then when I was in middle school, I had a Karen haircut. Yeah.
How did you get? How? Why?
My mother thought it was so cute, and I mistakenly believed her. And I looked back at
it
pictures.
was probably cute.
No.
Was it just like a bob, like a?
It
like
was one of those short in the back, angled to longer in the front,
an angled bob.
an angled bob. And my mom, she just ranted and raved how cute it was, and I thought I was hot shit. And I look back at pictures, and I'm like, can I disown a mother? Is this child abuse?
Oh my god.
And I also want to give a huge shout out to my friends. Bitches never let me know that it was god awful.
My friends let me know, and when I say friends, it just mean people in my class, because I got a bob, kind of, when I was in middle school. My name isn't Dora, but it has been ever since that day, because everybody was calling me Dora, and the boys were like, "Oh, can I be your Diego?" I'm like, "They're cousins.
Ew.
They're cousins."
That's so gross. Oh my god. No, I had that haircut for several years. And looking back, it was awful. It was terrible. I also didn't know how to do my makeup. So that double
me
whammy.
neither.
Woo. So my mom, she works for the school, so she left really early in the morning. So I never had anyone to show me how to dress, how to do my makeup, how to do my hair, nothing. And it showed, because God Almighty, why? But I think I told this story on Chaotic Energy. But 8th grade, we were in the computer lab. We were working on our Holocaust projects, and this kid who I just freaking can't stand. Oh my god, he was sitting right next to me, and he somehow managed to find yearbook photos on the computer database, and he brought one up of this one class that was a very small class, and so the picture was just a few of us. I was right in the front, terrible angle. I looked like a little hoochie mama because I, again, didn't know how to do my makeup. I had so much makeup on.
A little hoochie mama.
It was not
A hoochie
good.
baby.
It was an atrocious picture. I looked awful. And he brought that picture up, and the kid next to him, 2 seats down from me, didn't realize I was 2 seats over from him. And this kid next to me, he was just like, "Hey, do you think she's cute?" Pointed me out. And him not realizing I was right there. "No, she's ugly."
That's so mean. Both of them, that is so mean.
I wasn't mad at the kid who said I was ugly, because yes, I was. It was a terrible picture. I don't blame him. I blame the kid that was sitting next to me. Why would you do that? You knew intentionally what you were doing. Why would you do that? He is the only kid on the face of the planet that I am outright rude to.
It's to go out of your way to embarrass someone is so disgusting.
And he would just say things, just intentionally rile people up. I'm like, why are you the way you are? Every time he would open his mouth, and again, he was the only person I've ever been so outright rude to. Every time he would open his mouth, I'm like, no, stop talking. Shut up. Do not say a word. And I was not nice to him because he was just the worst type of person. And I didn't have it in me to be nice to him. Ugh. Okay.
I ran into this one kid that was in my high school that this one time we had a group project. It was me, him, and my best friend. And so we got time to work on the project in class. So we went out into the hallway, the group separated, and he had his laptop, so we were working on the project on his laptop. And he ended up just walking away and was wandering the halls while my friend and I did the project, right? And we didn't finish it all in class, so her and I went home and we finished it from home, and he didn't do anything. I don't even know if he put his own name on it. We probably put his name on it for him. He didn't do a single thing. And so my teacher passed out little cards saying, was everybody in your group participating? Was this fair? Do you think everyone did a fair share? And I wasn't going to say anything, but my friend ended up writing, he didn't do anything. He walked away. He was wandering the halls while we were working on it, and then we finished it from home. And so we each got called into the office individually, but because we worked on it from his laptop in his Google account, it said that he did all of the work because he made the document and everything. And he came up to me and a different friend of mine and was like, don't say anything. Don't say anything to the teacher. Like, they're going to ask you about it. Do not say anything. And my friend who was next to me was like, nuh-uh. Like, she was gonna go off on him. And I was kind of being passive. Yeah, I was just really caught in the middle of it. So anyway, my teacher ended up giving the three of us 100 because they couldn't prove that he didn't do anything.
Wow.
And ever since, I just hated that kid. And one time we went to speak in class, and I was like, shut up. And the teacher yelled at me. But
you know what? I remember this one time. Me and this one girl got caught for cheating. We weren't cheating. At least I don't consider it cheating. It was definitions.
Oh.
You know, in middle school, there were definitions in the back of the book, and we were supposed to copy them down.
Everyone had the same thing.
Yeah. So instead of me flipping all through the book and trying to find it and just wasting time with, like, flipping through...
Have one person find it, and then,
Yeah, someone else already had theirs done, so I took their paper, and I was just copying their definition.
Whatever.
Well,
It's
the
a
guidance
definition.
counselor came around, and we got in trouble for it. And she was like, this cheating, blah, blah, blah. And then at the time, I was like, all I could think of, I was using someone else's paper. That's obviously cheating. And so I was like, I'm so sorry, that never happened. And now, as an adult, I'm like, wait a second.
That's so stupid.
Screw you. Like, this is so stupid.
That's so stupid.
I don't know if she knew what I was copying. I don't know if she realized it was just definitions, or if she just saw me copying someone else's paper.
Oh.
But I don't think we ever explained, no, this is just definitions. Like, we
Right.
all have the same thing. I'm just not wasting my time with flipping through a book and trying to find them. Like,
That's so stupid.
oh, I'm still angry about that.
This one time I had a group project in middle school, and I think I did most of it. I don't remember what the situation was, but I remember I gave my other group project mates I did their work, or I gave their work to them or something, and they got caught, and they called me in to talk to me about it, and I just burst into tears, and they're like, it's okay, you're not in trouble, like, you didn't cheat, like, they took the answers from you, like, it's okay. And I just cried. I didn't get in trouble though, they did. But
My AP government class, very, very small class, the teacher didn't teach anything. He was a football coach, so he just had to teach a class, you know, that kind of thing.
yeah.
But he would give out these worksheets or something, and then me and my friend Catherine, we were the only two in our, like, little friend group. We worked on it, we finished it, and then we just passed our papers back to everybody else for them to copy. And our teacher we were literally in the 2 rows right next to his desk. He was sitting right there. He saw this all happening. So it wasn't like, he didn't care.
Mm-hmm.
But it was like me and her were the only two that actually did it, and then we just, you know, we would kind of work together and then finish it and let everyone else copy us. It's such a great education system we've got going on. I don't know. But with this whole AI nonsense,
It's great.
we have to find new and inventive ways of making sure people are actually learning instead of just letting it.
I saw
technology do
someone
more.
online say that, you know, you're not going to be able to stop kids from using it, so have them handwrite everything, and if they ended up just copying it from whatever the AI made, at least they're, like, learning it.
Absorbing some.
Yeah.
I saw another person said that have them use the Chat GPT, whatever it is, to write the essay, and then in class go over it, edit it, fix it, put in your own what would you add, what would you take away, and that's so you're still interacting with the material.
Yeah.
Um,
It's nice to help you make, like, a formatting for something, or if you're just trying to brainstorm, like, where do I even start with this? I think it's great for that.
I think there's definitely ways to utilize it, but
Yeah.
if not done properly, I think that our society is just going to go downhill with the fact that we're not actually learning anything. We're just finding ways to get around learning. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully I'll be dead before then. Before it all comes to fruition of the stupidifying of society. Is that a word? I'm going to make it a word.
Stupidifying.
Stupidifying. Yeah. Did you hear that?
You got a lot going on over there.
I got a lot. I'm so gross. Such a disgusting human being.
It's okay.
No, I remember I was in, when I was in trade school, I yawned. And have you ever had that kind of thing happen? It does that weird, like, your vocal cords vibrate, like the air coming through it. And my teacher just looked at me, she's like, excuse you? I'm like, what? She's like, you burped. I'm like, I didn't burp. That's not what that was. She was like, oh my gosh. She was so disgusted. I'm like, but it wasn't a burp.
There's so many times I'll just be sitting in class and I'll be like doing whatever, and then I'm just like, or I'll be like, or like just a weird thing comes out of, and I'm like, oh, I don't know how that happened.
Yeah. Just need to delete my existence sometimes. So gross.
Have you ever like farted in class or something and gotten caught? Me neither. Have you thrown up in school?
In school? Yes. Oh god, I remember so well. Ugh! It was at lunchtime, and this girl, she was talking and like spit, but it was like a little food spit. And it was near me on the table, and I couldn't help but look at it, and I kept looking at it, and I'm like, get it away from me, get it away from me. And I threw up. But the problem was, I didn't throw up. I like
swallowed it?
No, I had to hold it in my mouth.
Oh,
I didn't know what
how
to
do you do that? My body wouldn't let that happen. It would
So
start
I-
coming out of my nose if I did that. Yuck.
So I had to like hold it, and eventually I was like, I don't know why I was like so anxious. I didn't want to get up and like, go to the trash can or something. So
I'm
just
gonna throw
sitting
up
there
listening to this
at the
story.
table, at the table with like chipmunk cheeks. And I think eventually yeah.
That's so gross. Thank you for sharing.
You're welcome. You're so welcome. Your turn.
I threw up one time, but it's not that exciting because I made it to the trash can. But I remember this one time I was in computer class, and I just like looked over, and this girl thrown up all over her keyboard.
And I remember they just picked it up and put it in the trash.
No, but the time I threw up, I was so sick, but my mom made me go to school because we were going to be missing a few days the next week to, like, go on vacation or whatever. So she's like, just push through it. Like, I don't want you to miss any more school than you have to. I was so sick. I just had the most miserable day. And finally, we were lining up to leave leave school. It was the end of the day. And I coughed. And I, like, threw up a little, and I was like, oh my god. And I was right by the door, so the trash can was right there, and I just threw up in the trash. And I felt so much better. And the teacher was like, why didn't you say anything? I was like, my mom didn't let me.
Oh my god, that's so
But
messed
then
up.
I just went home. I didn't even get to miss any school.
Yeah. You know what was bad? I've been anxious my entire life, and I was a good kid though, but the one time I did get in trouble, in elementary school, they would, when you would go for recess, they would delineate who was going to the penalty box by putting clothespins on your shirt, and it would say, you know, whatever the punishment, however long, blah blah blah. So I remember being tagged with this clothespin and being like so humiliated because
For
it was
what?
like, I forget what I did and I don't know what it was, but it was the first time I had ever been told I had to go to the penalty box. And I was freaking out. I thought they're gonna stuff me in a little cardboard cage, and it's gonna be so hot out in the sun. I'm gonna suffocate and die in this penalty box, thinking it was like a little, and it was literally just a painted box line.
A little chalk
next to
outline.
next to the fence, and you just have to sit in the box for however many minutes until they came around and like, okay, your time's up, go ahead.
That's so funny.
But my paranoid brain was like, I'm gonna suffocate and die in this box.
The penalty box.
Yeah, and then after I realized that it wasn't actual torture, I was a demon child. I was in that penalty box all the time.
I don't think I ever got penaltied. This one time I got yelled at because I was just screaming. Just because I wanted to see how loud I could scream, I think. Or you know when you're a
As
kid,
one does.
you know when you're a kid and two people scream at the same time and does that weird thing in your ears where it's
Yep.
like, "Meow, meow." I think we were doing that, and a teacher came up to, she wasn't even my own teacher, she came up to me and she was like, who's screaming? Why are you screaming? Do you know what that is? Your scream is for? If you're in trouble. Da da da. And I was just like, bro, screw you. Let me scream. I don't know why.
That's, yeah, like, let kids be
I
kids.
just felt like it.
You know
Just
what was,
felt like it.
you know what, now that I'm older, I realize was really, really messed up? I wonder if they still do it. When I was in elementary school, at the end of lunch, lunchtime was the only time you had with your friends, right? Lunchtime and recess.
Yes, and oh my god, I was so talkative, bro.
Well, at the end, it was called the 2-minute warning. At the end of every lunch period, you had to sit in total silence for 2 minutes. And if you were caught, like, whispering to your friend or something, you were moved to another table.
Do you think if we knew sign language when we were kids, we would have gotten in trouble for using it and stuff like that?
I would love to see them try. Be like, bring it on, bro. Like, but it really, now that I'm older, it really bothers me.
I think
Because,
it's dumb.
like, the cafeteria was far enough away from the classrooms that even no matter how loud we were being, we're not disturbing anybody. And if we were, close the doors.
Yeah.
But this is the one chance we have all day to hang out with our friends. We're in class the rest of the day. Like, why make us sit there in silence and just stare at each other for 2 minutes? What did that accomplish for elementary school kids?
Yeah.
I'm like, that's so freaking twisted. And it really bugs me. I wonder if they still do it. You know what? I went off on my mom the other day. She calls me up and she tells me some of the things that the school board is trying to do, or restrict. And I'm like, no.
Like what?
Well, they were saying, was it saying something with like the Lord's Prayer before or after games or something or other, that they said that you're not allowed to do that? Because if you're allowed to do that, then you have to allow all forms of religion to be able to practice whatever. I'm like, yeah, that's the point. Yeah, this is a public school. The school's not forcing these kids to do what they, like when I was in school and I was in show choir, every day or before every competition, we had our warm-up period. And at the end of the warm-up, right before we went on stage, we would say the Lord's Prayer. It was not forced. You didn't have to participate. You could have said your own prayer. You could have done whatever. It was just the tradition that we did. And all the kids were in agreement. Like, that's just what you did. And it was like an encouragement to us kind of thing right before we went out on stage. But it wasn't forced. And I don't know, I forget what she said it was, but there was like a huge problem with, doing that for one of the sports groups or something, because you'd have to let all religions do it. I'm like, so let all religions have that opportunity.
Yeah, what?
Because she was like, oh, but then, people are concerned that like a Satanist or, I'm like, okay, what the 3 people in the entire school that want to be Satanists, that they're going to have their little group do that. So what?
Who cares?
They're going to get, let them do their thing. It doesn't matter. The majority is going to do what they are comfortable with. And that probably means saying the Lord's Prayer. It's just let people be. And they're trying to shut it down. They're trying to restrict it. And I'm going off. And I'm like, Mom, you've been in that school my entire life, basically. You know these parents. You know these kids better than any of the administration. You could run that school by yourself just on the support of the parents and the kids. Because guess what? That's what the school is made of. It's for the kids. The kids love you. You could riot that place just with the support of those kids and their parents that love you. And so I'm like, take over the place. Quit your job, because she can't run for something or other while she still works for the school. She would have to quit and then run for whatever. I'm like, do it. Start putting things in people's ear. Be like, hey, would you vote for me if I ran for this or I did this or blah, blah, blah. I'm like, she would have that place whipped up into shape so quickly. And I'm like, it's just, ugh. I hate when people cave to just imbecility. It's just, anyway, I don't know. I went off and I just went on this huge rant. I'm just like, this kind of asinine behavior of adults just trying to conform to it. Anyway, we have to move on before I get really angry.
How are you just gonna say that, like, oh, nobody can do a prayer? That's so ridiculous.
Yeah. I'm like, this is something that brings comfort and encouragement to a lot of people, and you're going to restrict that. And again, nobody's forced to do it.
But like you said, it was before a game, right? That was the issue.
So yeah, something or other.
But the friggin' cheerleaders in the team all do like I believe that we will win. They can do that, but you guys can't say a prayer for the game. Like, that's so stupid.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Like,
it's not harming anybody.
Mm-hmm. And my thing is just like, it's like I said multiple times, no one's forcing it. It's like, this has been a tradition for however long, and it's just, if you don't want to participate, nobody's going to look at you sideways. If you don't want to participate in something that you're not comfortable with, that's fine. But let other people do it if that's what they find encouragement from,
Yeah.
And yes, if you have to open the door to all religions, that's kind of the point of freedom of religion.
Yeah.
Open the door to all the religions. People do what they're going to do. My mom and someone was, of course you have like the extremists that are just like, oh, but then Satanists and blah blah blah. And I'm like I said, the 3 people in the entire county that want to do that, maybe Okay, let them do that. People aren't going to join them just because they're there to join. Like, it's just stupid. It's just stupid. Anywho.
I hated like when we were walking in the hallways at school and we'd be talking and my teachers would stop us and be like, is there some sort of connection between your legs and your mouth that you have to talk when you walk?
Oh my god.
I don't think so. So we're gonna be quiet. I don't care. How about this? I don't care.
Are we in class right now? No, this is my time, not your time then.
Or they'd be like, hold a bubble in your mouth when we're in the hallway.
Oh!
Oh my god, I know there's not a bubble in my mouth. I just want to talk to my friends. Lady.
And that's why I think we talked about it before. Like how if my kids aren't bothering people, I'm going to let them be kids.
Oh, I just hate the idea of like, you can hang out with your friends in your free time. Okay, don't give me homework then.
Yep.
Okay.
And it's been proven that homework doesn't actually do anything.
Yeah.
It doesn't accomplish anything. Yeah, that is one thing. I would love to be in charge of the school or the education board or whatever, whoever makes the curriculum, because I would have that whipped into shape so quickly as well, because our school system is just so freaking whack. Did you practice your kalimba? Did you get one yet?
No, I haven't yet, but I found the one that I want to get.
What is it?
A kalimba.
No, I meant like, is it the star one you were looking at?
No, it's wooden. It's like yours, but it has a different design on it.
Nice.
It has like a little bird and a little music note.
Oh,
It's cute. How many is yours? Like 17 notes or
17.
21?
I want to get the 34. But I think
Those are expensive though.
Dude,
too.
they're like
I was
$90.
Yes, I was looking at them.
I do. I want one though.
I might order it today.
Yeah, there's a 15, a 17, a 21, and the 34 keys.
I've seen the ones that have like 5 or whatever, those little ones.
Yeah, I don't know what that's all
That's
about,
dumb.
but I think the 17 is the most standard. But I would really like the 34 because it has all the accidentals. So I would very much like that because it probably opens up the wide range of songs you can play.
Yeah. Have you seen that phone app that makes it like kind of like Guitar Hero, where it'll have the little bar next to the one that you press? Yeah. Have you
For
seen
kalimba?
it? Yeah. You put you prop your phone up behind it, and then it'll have like a little line at the one you're supposed to, and like Guitar Hero, like it comes towards the screen as you press it.
I need to download this right now. I'm so excited.
Okay. I don't know what it's called. I've just seen it on TikTok recently.
Does it cost money?
I don't know. I didn't look into it. I can send it to you though.
Okay.
But it's like Guitar Hero style.
Because I have so many pictures on my phone of the tabs. But the problem is, you have to then look up videos of it anyway to get the... I have hiccups now. To get the melody for a lot of things.
Such a mess.
Right.
You can tell she's not on that pamp, you guys.
I need my pants. I need my fix real bad. Name that tune, folks. Are we gonna get flagged for this? We're not getting paid, so it doesn't matter. Okay, I'm not gonna do the whole thing. That should be plenty for people to guess. And if not, you suck. Get with the program. Get with the program.
I know what it is.
How do you know what it is? You haven't gotten there
for me
yet.
last week.
Oh yeah. You haven't gotten there yet, though. Have you been watching it on your own?
I haven't been watching anything though.
That's okay. You know what you should watch?
Sorry.
You know what's
Yeah.
really good?
Okay.
I was just telling a client about it. Young Royals.
What's that?
It is a Swedish show about this prince of Sweden who goes to this high school and just like high school journey through all that. It's so good. Have you seen Heartstopper? No? Okay, never mind. It's like a more serious version of
I haven't
Heartstopper.
seen anything.
But yeah, Young Royals, so good. So good. I need a season 3. I very much need a season 3. Let's make that happen. Yes, please. Thank you.
You know they say that you'll watch an average of 5,000 movies in your lifetime? I think it's about 7 a month.
Nope.
They say.
Yep, not me. I used to.
I don't think
I used to have a lot more than that, but after the pandy, I kind of got out of the habit of going to the movies. You know what I need to start doing? My client was actually just talking about how she will go to the theaters by herself in the mornings, matinee showings, and that's just kind of like a nice time to go by yourself. Not a whole lot of people, but like I need to start doing that. Because there are a lot of movies that I want to see, but then friends are not available to go see them, and then when they are available to go, the theaters are usually really busy at night, and I'm like, no. But I need to start treating myself to solo dates.
I wish Shopping Town was still open.
Oh, that'd be so
bro.
nice.
That was the best place to go see movies.
Just open the theater. You don't need the rest of the mall. Just open the theater again.
Well, that's all that was open when I was going
that's true.
there.
That's true.
That and the pay less, pay more.
I need to try that. The Manlius, the little theater in Manlius.
Like
I think it's like
Hollywood or
a-
whatever?
What?
The Hollywood.
No, that's in
I don't know.
Watertown.
I don't know where things are. It's not in Watertown.
Mattydale. That's it. Why did I get that
That doesn't
confused
sound
with
anything
Watertown?
like Watertown.
I know. What? No, Mattydale. I knew that. I could picture
Oh my
it.
god! First ASL club meeting today. Should we go?
Just storm the place.
It's in half an hour.
Are you still getting emails?
Texts.
Oh no, I probably did too. But what was I saying? No, the Manlius, literally in Manlius. I think it has like 1 or 2 screens,
No
and
way.
it shows like 1 or 2 movies a month. I wonder what the movie of the month is at the Manlius. I heard it's disgusting. I heard it's trash. But I'm like, fitting. I'll go.
Whatever. I don't care.
As long as I see the movie. Still want to see Oppenheimer. Still need to see Sound of Freedom.
I don't think I'm gonna see Oppenheimer.
I heard so many good things about it that it's like what a movie needs to be. What time are we at?
It
Do we
sounds
need
like
to
it's a
go?
little long.
Dude, how did we go from 45 minutes to almost an hour and a half?
Time passes.
That's a song, and I need to record
Time passes by.
Ready. Teach me something new, Mary Grace.
I don't have anything.
Okay.
Was
it my
supposed to?
turn?
I don't know.
I thought it was your turn.
I don't know. Maybe. Alright, I'll tell you something. Did you know that the Sumerians of Mesopotamia created the first written language called cuneiform, which was just like carved into stone tablets, but they can still read it today because it has influence over the written languages that they still use today in that area.
Sick, bro.
Isn't that so cool?
That is actually pretty cool.
I love
I
it.
have just been thinking about the fact I want to learn languages. I want to learn so many languages. All the languages. I need to get Babbel or not Duolingo.
Oh.
That thing haunts me.
No, it's nice.
I've tried it. No, it's not.
You don't like it?
I tried Italian. Didn't work.
Hmm.
But I really, for some reason, actually, not for some reason, I know the reason, and it's pathetic. I really want to learn German.
What's
And
the
French.
reason? Oh God, buckle in.
Because a few of my favorite characters in one of the books I read speaks German. And yeah.
You're such a nerd.
I would also love to learn Turkish, just so I can watch Early Bird without subtitles. Yeah.
Do you
'Cause the
really
subtitles
learn
suck.
things like passively, like when you listen to them? Because I don't know if I believe
Yes.
that.
Not a lot, I will say. At least I didn't learn a whole lot. Well, I would if I could get my tongue wrapped around the language, because it's a very complicated language. But just in passing, I learned that Goodnighten is good morning. Goodnighten. I love that. And there's a couple other things, which I have forgotten since not watching it. But I also love how they do Allah Allah. Allah Allah. I love that. I adore it. I think it's the cutest thing in the world. Allah Allah. Just like a oh my god exclamation. Just like oh my god, like ooh. But Allah Allah. I love it. And there were several other things. What was good night?
Good morning.
No, good nightin'. Good nightin'.
I know, that's what I'm saying. It would be opposite.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do it because I'm gonna butcher it. But there's a couple other things that you learn.
But do you have to be reading a translation, or will you just pick up on it just listening?
Well, what I have done with with some sign language, I'll watch the video with the sound to know the message, kind of have an idea of what's going on. Then I'll turn down the sound, and then really just focus on what they're signing, and to be able to and start to relate what I know is being said with what I'm seeing,
Mm-hmm.
and then like after a couple times, then you just realize what it is. So I think I don't know. I mean, plenty of people. I mean, that's how you learn English. You watch English TV. You listen to your parents speak English. So it's harder when you're an adult. But I want to learn all the languages. I love language so much.
do it.
English is stupid.
It's
so
crazy
com-
how
it's-
complicated it
It's
is.
so complicated. I feel bad for people who have to learn English. 'Cause
I know. I'm so glad I know it.
I know. I love that it was my first because it's so
God.
complicated.
I know. I think everybody says that it's like one of the hardest.
There's no rhyme or reason to it. Every other language has like patterns to it. English does not. It's just rude. It's a rude language.
double negatives and plurals, and it's crazy.
I love.
I don't even know the correct way to say that something belongs to me and another person. Like if I was gonna say our podcast, I would say Danielle and
Danielle and
my podcast.
because it's ownership. My podcast.
Danielle and my
Mine
podcast.
and Danielle's. Mine and Danielle's.
Mine and
Danielle.
Danielle's podcast.
Mine and Mary Grace's. My and Mary Grace's. Nor I don't know it either. So we're gonna move on because I feel stupid. But have you seen the videos where they're like, okay, well if this is height, then this must be white, and that's no, it's weight.
I love that.
And okay, well if this is hate, then this must be and it's like no, that's actually that. I'm like,
God
yep,
bless.
that's it. That's the
through,
English language.
thorough, and though
Yeah.
are so funny.
Through, thorough, though,
There.
throughout,
Throughout.
tough.
Laugh. Tough.
Yeah, that's not okay.
Ghost.
What?
Ghost?
Ghost is a weird word.
God bless.
I think universally, because language changes with the use that people use it. Can we all please get behind the whole moose meese?
You think it should be Mies?
It really should be meese. There is no reason that it's not, and we need to all band together to get it to actually become legitimate meese.
Mouse mice?
What?
How do you feel about it?
What would it be other than mice? Mouses?
I don't know.
Like houses, mouses.
Oh.
Houses, mouses.
Yeah, why is it mice?
Heist? Because heist doesn't sound good.
Die and dice?
Did you know the difference between data and datum?
No.
Data is a collection of datums.
Datum?
Datum.
Like D-A-T-U-M?
Yeah.
Word.
Like one datum, like 1 point of datum. But if you have a collection, like if you have 1 point, place this datum on the graph. And it's, I don't know, a point of something. And you have to place that datum, that one particular datum on the graph. And then when you have
Singular
the
piece.
when you have the full thing, this is your data.
Data. It's like medium and media.
What?
Like media. Like the media. Social media. Any kind of media.
And then the,
A single media is a medium.
huh,
Think about it. Like a mode of communication. A medium.
Huh.
So
okay.
yeah.
There's the more you know, folks.
I learned that in school.
We're so smart. You know what was really bad?
Uh-oh.
You know what? I'm not like the most brilliant person ever, but I don't think I'm stupid by any means. Until I watched a video of a lawyer.
Oh, God bless.
Every individual word that this woman spoke, I was like, I know that word. But when you string it in a sentence of all these other words that I individually know, and suddenly you're speaking in tongues, I felt so
Jargon,
stupid.
bro. Professional jargon.
Professional jargon is a whole new
God bless
class
a
of
lawyer.
intellect.
God
Yeah.
bless. I don't know.
It was
don't know.
mind blowing. Not a word did I understand.
Lawyers, doctors,
I cannot
God
believe
bless.
this.
car mechanics.
I get
Phone call.
I'm getting a phone call now. It's potential spam. Screw you.
No, answer it.
No.
Oh.
Then they'll start bombarding me again.
Really?
Yeah. I wonder if it's okay, it's still recording. But yeah.
We should have people call in.
All right, folks. We're going to get more connected with our fan base.
With
That's-
the people in our immediate lives.
Yeah. We're going to figure out, we're going to become world-class broadcasters.
Yeah.
Podcasters. I don't know. what we
Honestly, I flex this podcast any chance I get.
are. Do you?
Oh, yeah.
I need to get on the other social medias. We actually need to do something with it. We did get a new follower on Instagram, so hello to our new follower on Instagram. Can I bring up your name?
Don't shout them out. What if they don't want to be?
No? Okay. Listen, new follower on Instagram. If you would like a shout out, message us and tell us, and we'll give you a shout out.
You're not going to get any new followers from us or anything, but we'll give you one.
But yeah, we did get a new follower.
Cool. We love you. Thank you.
I'm gonna have to ask you this person's name later on because I don't know if you know them.
Okay.
But shout out again to Costa Rica if you're still listening to us.
Costa Rica.
And we're gonna get better with our social medias if I can ever get my life together enough. But anyway, follow us on all these social medias that we will eventually get around to
Instagram,
actually.
TikTok, YouTube, X.
That still sounds weird.
Yeah, Twitter.
Yeah.
We're on all
There's
listening
gonna-
platforms.
There's gonna be a Q&A under this what's it called? This episode on what's it called?
Spotify.
I'm goldfishing real bad right now. On Spotify, go down, scroll down underneath this episode. You're going to see a Q&A, and please drop your best modes of I need to go to sleep. Your sleep aids. I need sleep aids that aren't going to kill my kidney and livers. What?
Your livers?
Try that. My
Kidneys
kidneys
and
and liver. Because I got yelled at. So please drop in your best sleep aid.
And I'm going to put a poll, and if you're for the PAMP or against the PAMP, you can vote there.
Will I feed my addiction or will I starve it? We shall see. Time will tell. Anyway, we will talk at you
Are
next.
you crocheting with your toes?
We really
Danielle's
need-
crocheting with her feet.
There's a
Hey,
cord. There's a
go buy
wire.
Danielle's feet pics at daniellesfeetpics.com.
That's not a thing yet.
Where are you going to do that on, by the way?
Huh?
Is that like an OnlyFans thing?
Well, you can hype it up on OnlyFans and do kind of like more like live broadcasts or whatever. But first and foremost was probably just going to be fun with feet. My mom yelled at me.
Oh, right.
So I think I totally. I think
Do
I
I
finally.
Do
I
I,
think I
still get 11%?
You still get 11%. I think I actually finally convinced my mom that I was actually serious about posting my feet pictures, and she got upset
Can we hype your feet pics up on here?
because I do actually want to remain anonymous. I'm not doing that. I am doing that. But
And I'll
Listen.
post my elbows.
listen, I'm trying to save money for a house, okay?
No, that's valid. Do what you,
You
gotta do.
gotta do what you gotta do, and I just don't
She has
have.
nice feet. They were literally she can crochet with them, you guys. If you guys want to buy a hat that was crocheted by Danielle's feet, hit us below.
My feet are very
Limber.
dexterous. And that's not the right word. I'm
Dexterous,
thinking.
sure.
Dexterous, yeah. I can do a lot with
Agile.
them. I can do a lot. But okay, we need to end this right now. So we'll talk at you next week, folks.
Talk at you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Wait! I forgot to tell this stupid story. So you know how I texted you about my soup that exploded in
Yeah.
the microwave? I salvaged it by just scooping it up with some bread
Oh, smart.
and eating it right off the counter. There was a lot of the soup left over, like, you know, the little glass dish. It had gotten underneath the glass dish and kind of pooled at the bottom of the microwave. My microwave is very clean. I very rarely use it, and it was still clean from my deep cleaning that I had a while back. So I'm looking at my microwave, I'm like, this is really clean. I take the glass dish out, and it's pooled at the bottom of my microwave. I really consider just closing my microwave, microwaving it some more, and eating it right off. I didn't do it. I didn't do it. I didn't go that far, but I did sop up a lot that had, like, because the thing had tipped over and, like, spilled
Yeah,
out of my
why?
microwave. I don't know. It's a microwavable.
I've seen stuff
Container.
explode, but I've never seen anything like tip.
It did. It exploded. It tipped over, and I opened my microwave, and it just whooshed out of my microwave all onto the counter. And I was really upset because I had to go to the grocery store, and you do not go to the grocery store hungry. You end up with entirely too much stuff that you didn't actually want. You were just hungry. You just bought everything. So I needed to eat before I went to the store, and it was all I really had on hand that was like quick and easy. So I was like, what do I do? My soup is all on the counter. So I just grabbed some bread and I sopped it up. Off
That's
the counter.
innovation.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah.
That
It
was
was-
smart.
I'm
I
glad I
would've
keep my
just
kitchen pretty
cried,
clean
I
though.
think.
I did. I almost did because, like I said, I was really hungry and I needed to go to the store, and it was my last kind of little bit of food that I had. Luckily, it wasn't all that good. Like the soup wasn't great, so it's not like I missed out on whatever. But yeah, I really did consider just closing my microwave and microwaving what was on the bottom of.
I would have, honestly. Why
I
not?
really
My
considered
microwave's
it.
disgusting, so.
Yeah. So that was my day though. I was like, and it did. It exploded. I'm like, this was a microwavable thing of soup, but it doesn't want to be microwaved.
I don't know.
I don't know.
An atom bomb, maybe?
A broccoli cheddar bomb. I don't know.
Broccoli cheddar atom bomb.
All right, but anyway. That went off the rails there for a second. Please delete so much of that. That was
Actually?
rough.
Do you want me to delete about your food pics?
No, it's alright.
Just let me know.